Hello viewers, welcome again in our channel Planning P6. Today we are here with another topic and very important topic which we are using, and now it's time to claim the delays. So the topic is delay analysis for the projects. So in delay analysis, the first one is what are delay analysis techniques. The goal of delay analysis is to calculate the project delay and work backward to try to identify how much of it attributable to each party, contractor, owner or authority, so that time or and cost compensation can be decided. So there are two types of delays. One is for the employer, which called excusable, and the second one is for the contractor, which called non-excusable delay. So excusable versus non-excusable delays. Delays are basically either excusable or non-excusable. Claim that whether a delay is non-excusable or excusable depends on the clauses mentioned in the contract. It's noted that standard contracts specify types of delay that will allow the contractor to an extension of time. For any instance, in some contracts, unusual or unexpected weather conditions are not considered as excusable, and so these contracts do not allow for any time extensions. An excusable delay in general is owing to an unforeseeable event behind the contractor or subcontractor control. Here below, some delays resulting from the following issues are known as excusable. Number 1, COVID-19, most critical. Number 2, general labor strikes. Number 3, fires. Number 4, floods. Number 5, owner directed changes. Number 6, differing site conditions or concealed conditions. Number 7, unusually severe weather. Number 8, lack of action by stakeholders such as inspections. Now, under the excusable delays, there are two types of delays: compensable versus non-compensable delays. In some studies claim that excusable delay can be classified as excusable compensable and excusable non-compensable. It stated that compensable delays are caused by the client or the engineer. The contractor is typically entitled to an extension of time or recovery of the cost related to the delay, are both factors that are specified in the contract, resulting in delay such as differing site conditions, changes in the work, access to the site, or some example of compensable delays. According to excusable delays may be compensable. Excusable and non-excusable delays are normally behind the control of either client or contractors, such as unusual weather conditions, natural disasters, wars, national crises, floods, fires, or labor strikes. They add that usually the main contractor or subcontractor is entitled to a time extension but no additional compensation. If the delay is compensable or non-compensable basically depends on the issues of the contract. The contract determines the types of delay in detail and for which delay the contractor is entitled to an extension of time or monetary compensation. Types of delay analysis techniques. Delay analysis is an analytical process that should be employed with project documentation along with the collected data from the project site. Delay analysis method selection depends on the variety of factors and available records. There are 5 commonly used delay techniques. Number 1, impacted as planned method. Number 2, time impact analysis method. Number 3, collapsed as built or but for analysis method. Number 4, Windows analysis method. Number 5, as planned versus as built. It's called total time method. Time impact analysis method. The analyst determines that the amount of construction project delay resulted from each of the delaying activity successfully by calculating the difference between the project finish date of the schedule after adding each delay and that period to the addition. As planned versus as built method. Under this method, all delaying events encountered on the project are depicted on the as-built time schedule. The difference between the as-planned and as-built finish dates is the amount of the time for which the claimant will request for the compensation. The critical path is determined once in the as planned and again in the as built time schedule. This technique and the net impact technique utilizing the bar chart are similar in that they all show the net effect of the all claimed delays. Number 3, impacted as planned. This method measures the impact of delay on the contractor's as planned CPM time schedule. The different delays are formulated as activities and added to the as planned network in chronological order, showing the effect of each delay at a time and demonstrating how the project is being delayed. The amount of delay equals the difference in end dates between the time schedules before and after the impacts. The techniques can be used for the analysis of delay during and after the project finish. Delay analysis of the sample project using this technique was carried out by the sequential addition of the delays to as planned time schedule. 4. Windows analysis. This delay analysis technique involves interim assessment of the delay on updated schedules at specific periods of the project. This window analysis is similar to the snapshot technique. First, the total project duration is divided into a number of time periods, snapshots, or windows, usually based on the major changes in planning or major project milestones. The time program within each window is updated to reflect the actual duration and sequence at the time of the delay, while the remaining as planned time schedule behind the window period is maintained. Analysis are performed to determine the critical path and the new end date. This new end date is compared with the as planned finish date period to this analysis to give the amount of delay during that window period. Thanks for watching. For in detailed time impact analysis method, I will share the second part of this video soon.